I like to go on adventures. And maybe like me, when you go on these adventures, you want to take a camera along. Maybe two cameras for video, a main camera for video and one for vlogging. And then you'll want to get pictures, so you need a camera for that, maybe two cameras, a few lenses, filters, and then you got to take a mic for audio, a tripod, of course, batteries to power all of your cameras, oh, and a second tripod so you can get B-roll of you making A-roll. Plus, you're going to need a bag to put it all in, a big bag. But sometimes I don't want to bring the entire studio, and sometimes I don't even want to hike. I just want to grab lunch and do some work from a coffee shop. That's when I reach for Shimoda's newest bag, the Urban Explorer. It's literally a whole backpack inside of a backpack. This is the new Urban Explorer by Shimoda. Comes in two different colors. This color is called Boa, and the other color is anthracite, which is like a really dark gray, almost a black. And it comes in three different sizes. This is the smallest size, a 20 liter. They also have a 25 liter and a 30 liter. I personally went for the 20 liter because it fits a 14-inch MacBook. I don't have a 16-inch, the 25 and the 30 liters do. So if you have a bigger laptop, if it's 16 inches, that's the size you're gonna wanna get.
If you're looking for a smaller, lighter, more urban environment, commuter-friendly bag, but still want all of the thoughtful Shimoda design and build quality, this is the bag for you.
Here we are back in the office. I've got the Shimoda Urban Explorer 20 liter. But before we dive into this bag and kind of give you an overview, not a review, let's take care of some housekeeping. 1, Shimoda sent me this bag. 2, they did not pay me. 3, the owner, Ian, actually said, hey man, you don't even have to make anything if you don't want to. So why am I making a video if I don't have to? 1, I love Shimoda bags. I have 2 of the Action X series. This is the X40 version 2. And you already saw me carrying this one around, the X70. I go on a lot of trips and adventures. I do a lot of hiking. And they are by far my favorite bag for those types of environments. Build quality on Shimoda bags is muy bueno. Awesome customer service, awesome warranty, etc. This bag is no different. This is made out of recycled Cordura. It says so right here on this little tab. I love the fact that they're trying to make their products more sustainable. Good job, Shimoda. It's got a smoother texture, and what's gonna happen with this smoother texture is it's gonna rough up. But don't worry, it doesn't tear. You can barely see very faint scratchy marks. I was in like a construction zone with crappy gravel and cement everywhere, and I'm pretty lazy, and I just grabbed the bag and pulled it along with me instead of just picking it up. So there's some scratches, but guess what? 0 tears, and honestly, the scratches are really hard to see. So it's holding up well. This has been kind of screen printed on, but it's got some texture. That might come off in a long time, but it didn't come off yesterday. Leather zipper pulls. Nice and long, they're not short. These will not break and rip. All of the hardware on the back is metal, it's aluminum, so it's not cheap plastic. They really have done a really good job making a very sleek, good looking, but durable backpack here. The first pocket you're gonna see is this main pocket on the front. This is the only pocket that I would say it's a little harder to get into, and that's because they have this flappy bit of material to give you a very clean look, like you're not seeing a zipper or a seam like this. Right, so this is the hardest one to get into, and it's that easy. Inside, we're gonna have 2 pockets. Main pocket that goes down into the bag with a hidden air tag sleeve. So if you want to throw an air tag, it's down at the bottom, like right here. Can be a little tricky to get into because this is a pretty flap. Zipper, storage, okay? So we've got a top pocket. What I love, we got 2 separate zippers here with those nice long leather pull tabs. And then this opens up. Along with that very contrasty Shimoda blue. I know that seems insignificant, but having a nice bright contrasty color here means you're gonna find stuff in the dark much easier. This little flap is protecting the pocket where your laptop goes, all right? So right here is where I'd slide that in. Lots of padding in here. Initially, I was kind of worried about throwing my laptop in there, especially since that is the thing that's gonna be on the ground. No problems though. Lots of padding, unscathed. 20 liter fits a 14-inch laptop, 25 liter, 30 liter fit a 16-inch, so purchase accordingly, okay? So this little flap protects the pocket, and then you just put it down when you're done, and it kind of makes a holding area there. That way nothing else goes in there. Also on the inside, we have another pocket with 2 more individual pockets for internal storage, and this is new, a little key clip so I can throw that on my keys. Side pockets. We've got 2 of them. They're designed differently, but each of them hold water bottles or tripods and have hidden lashes, okay? So if you're using a water bottle or a tripod and you need to store it, this little sucker just clips on over that, like so. This is a rather thick water bottle, and because the straps expand, no problem. And because it is this thick, you don't even need this guy. But if you did, again, it would just clip on that, cinch it down. On this side, we have storage. I've got my Apple Pencil that I can throw in there, an SSD. There's actually a lot of padding with this air mesh right here, and this is pretty padded too, which is cool. But what's really awesome is on the side right here, this runs into your camera cube. So if you wanted to put a USB-C bank down here and actually charge your camera on the go, you can feed the charging cord through there. Shimoda design, people. Then on this side, we've got classic side access. So if I wanted to put the flap, this flap, into here, you heard the Velcro, I just throw it in there and do side access. I'm not a side access guy. If you are, cool. If not, we can still be friends, but that's side access. Now on the back, we've got a hidden passport pocket here. It's actually 2 pockets. Because it's sealed right here, I could put something underneath, but there's also a zipper right here that I could throw something else in there. So if I wanted to put an ID, passport. The first thing I noticed when I got this bag, besides the look, when I put it on, was just how comfortable the bag is. There are a couple of things that make this bag really comfortable. One, it's got an internal frame. If you've ever used a bag that's very squishy and it's just like a sack, not very comfortable when you've got a lot of heavy equipment in there. Because this is a camera bag, you're gonna put a lot of heavy equipment. So having an internal frame, super clutch. These straps are very thick and very comfortable. The paneling on the back, like the sleeves are all this air mesh, it's nice and thick. These pads are really comfy. Air mesh, got a nice channel. And this one's a little bit thicker for your lumbar. So I like that. I like that you can feel this one a little bit more on your lower back. Not in a bad way, in a really good way. The other thing that makes this bag easy and comfortable to carry are actually the handles. So on the top, we have a stretchy handle. It's like an expandable, so it goes down. You can't even see it when you need it. Very easy to grab. We've got the same thing on this side, right? Another one of those. And then on the bottom, a looser one, which I actually prefer. These ones can be a little harder to get to. The top and the bottom, very easy. So when you need to pick up your stuff, that is great. I love that this happens. I use it all the time on my other Shimoda bags. How nice is that zipper? I mean, come on. Flap it open. Here we have our camera cube. It comes with 2 long dividers, 2 short dividers. These are very plushy. Shimoda makes great camera cubes and great dividers. They're simple. They're not overly complicated, but man, do they work. The camera cube itself, here's the camera cube. It's very tiny. And we're gonna challenge to see how much we can take with us. But it's got structure, it's framed, it's nice. On the other bags, the 25 liter and the 30 liter, I bet you anything you're gonna be able to fit one of the other camera cubes. But it comes with it. It's not meant to be as modular as the other bags. This is kind of like a one and done solution. But I bet with the bigger ones you could probably, experiment. I mentioned several times these water resistant zippers, but one thing that Shimoda includes down here below your camera cube, it's a pocket, is your rain fly. They include it. A lot of other people charge you for this, so they don't nickel and dime you. It's actually got its own fly, like reversible, which is cool. It's stretchy, so this just wraps over the cube, and now if you get caught in a monsoon, you're good to go. Here's the challenge though, Brandon. How do you put it back in that little pocket form? Magnetic sternum strap. This bag has very thick, very comfortable shoulder straps. But what they did is they included this bit right here. See that? It's giving you the best of both worlds. Now I've got a capture clip on my shoulder, but I also get the plush shoulder straps. To me, I don't know why this wasn't invented sooner, but I'm stoked they have it on this bag, because for me, this is where I would keep the camera. Like 9 times out of 10, it wouldn't be in the bag. Like especially if I'm one-wheeling somewhere, it's gonna be right here. That gives me the easiest access. I just like having a capture clip and this little ingenious section of material. Honestly, I hope they start putting it on all of their other bags. I don't know if they would with the Explorers because you have those massive pockets, but I still kind of want one. So Shimoda, if you see this, maybe figure out a way to allow me to carry a capture clip on this big guy. But there you go. Those are the no-brainer quality of life improvements that they've put on this bag that I freaking love. It holds this much, an entire YouTube studio. I tried to shoot it at the park, but as soon as I sat down, the light stopped working. It was working before, but it stopped working. And then I just kind of said, screw it, left the light off, and then went to do the talking head bit, and then the mic died, the Zoom F3 died. It had 2 bars, and then it just died. Very frustrating. But here is what I can pack in the 20-liter bag. The smallest bag, I packed an entire studio. That meant the cinema camera, red Komodo. We've got a Cine lens on there, 35mm Vision, T1.05. We've got a travel tripod that it's resting on. We've got the light, which is now working. That's the Aperture 60X, I believe. Then we've got a light stand. We've got a mic, the Rode NTG5, a very long XLR cable. That's plugged into a Zoom F3. Also, the light has a little mini Bowens reflector on there. All of that I could pack into Shimoda's smallest bag. So if you're pumped about this bag as much as I am, you can back it in Shimoda's Kickstarter. The link is down in the description below. Thank you, Shimoda, for sending me the bag. I've been loving it. Again, this wasn't a review. This was an overview. I haven't had the bag long enough to make a huge review on it. If you want to see that, let me know. Let me know if you liked this video down in the comments, and hit the like button. Oh, also, while you're down there, ask a question. If you got any questions, let me know. I'm really good about getting to every single one of them. Well, thanks again for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.